Hi friends, my name is Fix. Have you ever found yourself casually playing Stardew Valley, enjoying the peaceful vibe, and then suddenly think, what would happen if I cranked up the stress and maximized everything for no reason? Well, if that sounds like you, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you the best way to maximize your game and set your Stardew save file up for success. But before we dive in, I just want to remind you that there's no right or wrong way to play Stardew Valley. It's all about having fun and making the game your own. Also, I've only been playing for about 2 weeks, so I'm definitely not perfect yet, but this video is a compilation of everything I've learned through research, and I've got to shout out not the real audience since a lot of the info comes from them. I tried it out and it's been so effective, I'm obsessed. With that said, let's jump in and maximize everything. The first step to maximizing everything starts before you even load into the game. You can enable the 1-year guaranteed completion when creating your save file, and while this step is optional, it makes completing the community center in year 1 far more manageable. If you're serious about optimization, I highly recommend it. Once you're in the game, immediately relocate your bed and TV closer to the front door. This saves precious seconds every single day and is especially clutch during those 2 AM scrumples. Trust me on this, you'll thank yourself later. Next, you'll want to till or hoe exactly 15 tiles, then water them. We stop at 15 because crows won't appear if you have 15 or fewer crops planted, meaning you won't need scarecrows early on. Do not plant your parsnips yet. I seriously hope you didn't, because we need 1 potato, 1 green bean, 1 parsnip, and 1 cauliflower for the spring crops bundle. The good news is that we can get both the potato and cauliflower from mixed seeds, which is exactly why we're holding off. So instead, grab your scythe and start clearing as many weeds and fiber patches around the farm as possible. Our goal here is to stock up on mixed seeds, which are way more valuable for early game progression than planting those parsnips right away. Once you collected enough mixed seeds, you can start planting them. Make sure you get at least 1 cauliflower and 1 potato. That's the priority. This is what a cauliflower looks like when it's planted, and this is what a potato looks like when it's planted, so keep an eye out. If you don't get both, you can simply reset the day by exiting to the title screen and loading back in. Repeat this until you do. It's absolutely worth it. After that, you can fill in the remaining tiles with parsnips, but make sure to leave 1 open spot for a bean starter. Finally, you can sell any leftover parsnip seeds for some extra early game money. Next, start chopping down trees and twigs until you reach 100 wood. Leave the stumps for now. Both trees and stumps cost stamina to chop, but trees are far more efficient, giving 12 foraging XP compared to only 2 XP from stumps. Since stamina is limited, focusing on full trees gets you more value for your energy. Try to leave the farm by around 2 PM. You can stay a bit later if needed. Just remember that Pierre's shop closes at 5 PM. Before heading out, craft 2 chests and dump everything inside, except your hoe. Keep that on you, because artifact spots can pop up anywhere and we want that free loot. Once you're set, it's time to go foraging. You can take any route, but here's the optimal one. Head north from the farm, swing by Robin's, then run past the community center straight to Pierre's. Buy a green bean starter and plant it later on the 1 tile I told you not to till. Yes, that one. After that, head into Cinderstop Forest and scoop up every forage you can find. When you're done, return to the farm and toss all your forage into the chest, and make sure your bean is planted. And before you call it a day, do a quick check of the bus stop. Sometimes it sneaks in a little extra forage that's too good to miss. It's the second day of spring, and first thing you do in the morning is to check your mail and grab the quest to meet Willy. Before you leave the farm, make sure to water your crops. Always do that first. If you packed up a bunch of forage yesterday, go ahead and craft some spring seeds and toss them straight into the shipping bin for some easy early game money. Next, grab that extra chest you made yesterday. If you didn't make one yet, craft it now. We're going to use this as our dedicated fish storage. Then head down to the beach with nothing but the chest in your inventory. Once you arrive, you will enter a cutscene with Willy and he'll hook you up with a fishing rod. While you're there, keep an eye out for a beach forage and pick it all up. You'll need it later for the community center bundles, and it's also a nice bonus cash this early on. Now, when it comes to fishing, you've got 2 main options, the river or the lake. Most people will tell you to fish at the lake because there's less trash thanks to the higher fish population. And yeah, that's true. But personally, I don't recommend it early on. The real goal here is to get our fishing level up to 3 as fast as possible, and the best way to do that is by landing the perfect catches. Landing perfect catches gives you way more EXP, and because of that, we're going to aim for the easier fishes. In the river, you can catch small bass, which has a level difficulty of 28, Sunfish with a level difficulty of 30, and Chub with a level difficulty of 35. These are way more forgiving at low levels. Whereas the lake consists of a chub, but it's mixed in with carp with a difficulty of 15, bullhead with a difficulty of 46, and largemouth bass with a difficulty of 50. Yeah, yikes. So if you're confident in your fishing skills and can still hit perfect catches there, go for the lake. But if you're like me and want consistent XP without fighting the bar every cast, stick to the river. Once our fishing level is higher, we'll switch over to the lake, but we'll get to that later. At this point, you've probably decided where you're going to fish. If you're going with the lake, this right here is the perfect spot. If you choose the river, then this spot is where you want to be. Go ahead and place your chest right next to you. Use it to dump trash, extra items, or any fish you can carry so you don't have to leave early. From here, it's pretty simple. Spend the entire day fishing. Our main goal today is to hit fishing level 2, though if you get a bit lucky with perfect catches, you can push all the way to level 3. In this run, I was literally one fish away from level 3, which is honestly painful, but it happens. While you're out fishing, you might notice your energy running low. No worries, the easiest solution is to snack on algae or river jelly. But if you're out of those, don't panic. Your next best option is to eat some of your higher quality fish. Here's the trick. Eating higher quality fish restores more energy and health per gold lost compared to lower quality fish. To break it down, let's use a smallmouth bass as an example. A normal quality smallmouth bass sells for 50 gold, while eating it gives you 25 energy. Eat 2 of them and you lose 100 gold but gain 50 energy. Now, an iridium quality smallmouth bass sells for 100 gold, but eating it gives you 65 energy. That's a bigger energy boost than eating 2 normal fish, meaning you get more energy for less gold per unit. In short, higher quality fish means better energy or health efficiency. If you want the full math, Teddy Penguin 1 made a great spreadsheet which you can find the link in the description, but that's the simple version you need to know for now. It is probably getting late, 2 AM is fast approaching, and now you're probably thinking, do I keep fishing and risk passing out, or do I run home and sleep? Honestly, it's your call, but here's my recommendation. You should keep fishing. Every cast counts, and those extra XP will pay off big time. Our goal is to hit fishing level 5 by tomorrow, or at latest, day 4. So don't stop now, keep reeling them fishes in. It is now day 3 of spring, and it's guaranteed to rain today. Bring any fish you haven't sold yet and head to Willy's shop at 9 AM when it opens. Buy the fiberglass rod and as much bait as you can afford, preferably around 100 to 200. After that, go straight to the river to fish. Since it's raining, catfish will be available, so focus on playing the fishing minigame well to maximize profit. Each catfish sells for 200 gold. Head home around 1 AM and calculate how many fish you need to sell to reach 2000 gold. For reference, selling 10 normal quality catfish will get you there. Any extra fish you have should be stored in your farm chest. If you manage to reach fishing level 5, you can keep fishing until you pass out. You should then choose the fisher profession for the 25% fish value bonus. Since passing out prevents you from selling fish that day, you can sell 2000 gold worth of fish to Willy the next morning instead. I also recommend saving any gold or iridium quality smallmouth bass you catch, since they'll make excellent food for the mines later on. It is now day 4 of spring. Start the day by watering your crops, then it's time to spend the day fishing. By now, you should be level 4 or 5 in fishing, which makes landing perfect catches on tougher fish much easier. Because of that, I recommend heading to the lake. The largemouth bass are abundant and sell for really solid prices once you're ready. However, if it is raining, switch things up and fish at the river instead. Why? The catfish shows up in the rain and sells for 200 gold, easily the highest value fish you can catch this early in the game. Before getting too deep into fishing, take a quick detour to Pierre's and grab your backpack upgrade. While you're there, you can also clean out your chest and move it to the lake if you're switching fishing spots. When it comes to energy management, the best energy to goldfish in the lake is the chub. Day 5. Start by harvesting your crops and watering whatever's left. If you still haven't found Neptune's glaive or a broken trident like me, I recommend selling at least 1500 gold worth of fish in the shipping bin. That way, by tomorrow, you can buy a cutlass, which makes clearing the mines much faster. Today's main goal is to push as deep into the mines as possible. Floor 20 is mandatory. But if you can reach 25, that's even better. If ladder luck isn't on your side and you can't make it to 20, don't be afraid to restart the day. Quick tip, every 5 floors you can leave the mine to drop items into a chest. This is especially useful once you're able to craft a furnace and start smelting copper bars. Also, try to break as many barrels as possible. They often give surprisingly good loot. Oh, and I suggest you pass out on day 5 since you're going to level up anyway. Or don't if you wanna save a little cash, it's up to your preference really. Day 6, start by checking your mail and accepting Marlon's guest. At this point, you can ship all of your fish except the ones you'll use for food. Watering should be part of your daily routine by now, so I won't mention it again. Also, make sure to craft furnace and bring it with you to the mines. Today's main goal is to slay 15 slimes while continuing to push deeper into the mines, at least floor 25. If you're having troubles finding slimes, you can reset the mine floors to farm them more efficiently. Just jump between floors 15 or 25, kill the slimes, or if there are none, go back to floor 0, then rinse and repeat, and you'll hit the slime count pretty quickly this way. By 2 PM, the Adventure Guilds opens. If you don't already have Neptune's Glaive or a broken trident, pick up the Cutlass here. After that, aim to push all the way to floor 40.
Nice, I got to floor 40.
You should be able to reach it, but if things go poorly,
Okay.
you can always reset the day. Day 7 is going to be by far the most RNG dependent day so far.
Right, today is gonna be the big day.
Today's goal is to get at least 1 coffee bean drop from dust sprites. Coffee beans are incredibly valuable this early because they grow in both spring and summer. They also produce multiple beans per harvest, which makes them easy to multiply. So once you unlock kegs, you can turn them into coffee, giving you a permanent speed boost for better quality of life, or just sell them for quick cash. Downside is the drop rate. Coffee beans only have a devastating 1% chance to drop from dust sprites, meaning you'll need to kill around 100 on average to see one.
I got coffee beans! Yo, that's crazy!
Because of this, you may need to restart the day multiple times depending on your luck. In my run, I had to reset once, but then I got lucky and found one very early on the second attempt. My advice here is simple. Farm dust sprites non-stop. If you haven't gotten a coffee bean by around 12 PM, just restart the day and repeat the process until one drops. While you're doing this, by the way, always smelt copper when you get the chance. If you get lucky and find a coffee bean early, use the rest of the day to farm as much copper, iron, and coal as possible, or just keep pushing deeper into the mines. Once you have the bean, make sure to plant, fertilize with water-retaining soil if you have gathered some from the mines, and water it before going to sleep so it starts growing as soon as possible. You can also sell off extra minerals you don't really need for some quick cash. For day 8 to 12, this is where the things can be a little different depending on the weather. But your main focus here should be fishing. If it is raining, river fishing becomes extremely profitable thanks to the catfish. If it's not raining, the lake is your best option. On day 8, you'll also want to upgrade your watering can. Ideally, your coffee bean stays watered either because it rains or due to water retention from the fertilizer, but that's not guaranteed. If neither of those happen, you'll have to choose between sticking with your copper watering can or delaying your coffee bean's growth to get the upgrade. The better option is usually to keep using the copper watering can and not delay the crop. If you keep fishing consistently from day 8 through day 12, you can easily make 20 to 25,000 gold or even more. Because of that, you should aim to upgrade your watering can to iron by day 10 if possible. Once that's done, try to upgrade your pickaxe to copper by day 12. After you've earned a total of 25,000 gold, Demetrius will visit and ask you to choose between the Bat Cave and the Mushroom Cave. While many players recommend the Mushroom Cave for the extra energy, I actually suggest going with the Bath Cave, and here's why. First, the Bath Cave helps you complete the community center bundles faster and more easily. On top of that, in the late game, the Bath Cave is much easier to decorate since there are no mushrooms permanently blocking the space. That said, this choice really comes down to personal preference, so pick whichever fits your playstyle the best. Day 13. This is the day we've been working toward. By now, you should have enough gold to buy at least 200 strawberry seeds at the Egg Festival. The reason for this number is simple. 200 strawberries guarantees farming level 8, giving you access to kegs while also setting you up with a massive amount of gold for summer. You can buy more if you want, but keep in mind that watering extra crops will drain a lot of energy. Start the day by hoeing as much ground as possible, and be careful not to hoe the center of each 3x3 grid, since that space is reserved for a quality sprinkler. You can place a wood path as a marker to help you remember where each sprinkler will go. Use all of the sap you have to craft fertilizer and fertilize as much of the field as you can. By 1 p.m., you should start heading to the Egg Festival. Arriving after 2 p.m. means you won't be able to attend. Once there, start buying your strawberries. After the festival, focus on planting all of your seeds. If you purchased around 200, you should be able to get them all planted the same day. You probably won't have time to water them, and that's perfectly fine, as long as they're in the ground. And that's pretty much it. You've successfully set up your upcoming days in Stardew Valley for success. From here, you're free to play however you like. But by the end of spring, you should have so much gold that you can invest in starfruit or blueberries for summer to maximize profits. My advice moving forward is to start planting the coffee beans you harvested to multiply them. Also, before you sell your first batch of strawberries, wait a day to activate the tiller profession, which gives you 10% more profit from crops. After that, you can sell them to Pierre or put them in a shipping bin. Beyond that, it is up to you on what you want to do, whether that's fishing, mining, or building relationships with the townsfolk. If you have any questions, tips, or suggestions, leave a comment to help me and others maximize our gameplay. And if you found this video helpful or entertaining, why not leave a like? I heard it will increase your luck in real life. Subscribe so you guys would motivate me to make more Stardew Valley content. And you should definitely click this video. I'll see you there. Bye bye!